And that is in all facets of entertainment, the music business as well as just the content business of entertainment. And we've welcomed the students into our studio at Hollywood and Highland so they can see production and lighting and boom and mic and sound and writing and producing, and as well as the artists that come on the channel. So our participation as a company and our commitment with the program has been to show all facets of the business, because that's where a lot of us will find our career paths.
I want to encourage all of us here on the panel, everyone in the room, to really think about holistic learning and doing what I call go to where these young people live. At Kashif University, if a young person is in the 9th grade reading at the 4th grade level, well, that doesn't do him much good. And how do we inspire him to fall in love with learning overall? Because all of the aspirations that we're talking about and the high level of functioning that we're talking about still requires fundamental knowledge in language arts and math. But clearly there's something awry with the way we're teaching our youth. So if a kid is interested in, I'll give you a good example. We took 10 of our young people to the Grammys. And in our fashion design department, they designed the clothes that those 10 people, young people, wore to the Grammys. We had folks coming in where their math was not up to par. And so we decided to teach them math and arithmetic through music. So if you had a lesson, you wrote a song about it. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 2. And the kids in the recording program created the music and they put it together, and it was now a song, a widget that they all could take ownership with it. So what I'm saying is that in addition to all of these opportunities and career opportunities and career path development, we have to make sure that we shore up their fundamental education, that they can speak eloquently, that they know basic math at least, because you're not going to go to Revolt and be an executive if you can't speak or you can't write a letter that has proper grammar. So I'm hoping, I want to encourage all of us to do holistic, integrated education. No matter what you're interested in, you need to know the fundamentals. And what a wonderful time and opportunity we have to now integrate what young people are interested in anyway. They're interested in sports, they're interested in fashion, they're interested in music and movies. Why can't we teach them the fundamentals and have them fall in love with learning because they're learning about something they care about?
First of all, I think it's inspirational to hear everyone speak tonight. I want to thank you all so much for being here and giving us that inspiration to understand why we're here and what our job is supposed to be, what our goals are supposed to be, and what the opportunity is. I want to thank people in the audience, this group coming together. Obviously, lots of you guys are the ones who joined our board of advisors for the high school company. Your brought friends, colleagues, and we have a mission. And the mission is to accomplish this outreach program in the coming year. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take a commitment to a whole new idea, and it's going to be complicated. So I'm going to be reaching out. I hope you reach out to me, because I'm going to be reaching out to you. We've got many things, and it's not easy. Remember, we also need to coordinate with the people in the schools to be able to understand what they want us to do and how that is going to take place. So I'm just hoping that, first of all, it's really great to have you all here. I want to just thank you all for coming. This is the beginning of something that's important to me. I hope it's going to become important to you. And clearly we're going to go step by step, and it's not going to be easy to get going. It's the getting going part that's going to be the hardest thing. because we've got so much organizational work to do. So there's groundwork, there's spade work that has to be done to understand what it is. And I will be sending emails to everybody, giving those ideas and roundups so that we can get conversations going back and forth. We'll be putting people in touch with other people and getting groups together so that, a lot happens when I send out 10,000 emails to people. And so then that feedback begins coming in and we can get a lot done. So, I don't want to take too much time for everybody here, but I want to just thank everybody for coming in.
Thank you so much for adopting this idea and trying to help to organize that. I want to open up maybe the questions that folks may have now, to give you feedback.
Ask them to come up. Ask them to come up.
What's the call to action tonight?
Well, the call to action is that we'll create a summary. You're all board members, you get emails from me. I will create a summary in about 2 weeks. We'll get it out to everyone, and that will begin the conversation on the action points on how we will get going.
I want to throw one thing. This is, without a doubt, the greatest time for the arts of ever. For people, for opportunities to actually make a living, get in this business. We have a direct-to-consumer model. We've got people that are directly connected here. We've got opportunities of mentoring. I mean, what about an open office? Every day, Google Hangout in my office, right? Says,
Anytime.
1 o'clock, man, I'm sitting here, have the kids call, right? There's so many things we can do where we can carry these around. We could be on the damn beach and make stuff happen, right? So I'm telling you, this is the greatest time in history for the arts. There's never been a time for the independent artists, the people to actually build real businesses that can make actual money with a direct-to-consumer model. The whole business is completely changed now. This is a totally different world we live in. Every business is turned upside down. There's all these new models that are starting to happen. And my belief is we need to start thinking like that with the kids on the types of education. It's like, okay, why don't we start using lean startup principles? I know the people in the business world here understand that, but that stuff applies deeply to what we can do in the business because it's a different way of thinking, right? And I don't know if everybody, just think about it. These kids coming out of school. I mean, I can see programs where you can start pairing and collaborative, right? It's really about collaboration because that's how we support. So how can we build teams to collaborate in a different way, right? So like I said, this is a great time, man. We need to get the call to action happening. We got to get people to sign up and commit to do little simple things, man. If we can take and do this every day, do one little tiny, tiny thing, right? I started thinking called Go Small Now. What's the least thing you can do? What's the least thing you can possibly do to make a difference, right? If we all just got to make that one little tiny thing every day, everything would be rocking, right? So all I'm saying is, great time. Let's figure out some way that we can put the mentors right here in a place. Because I can tell you, my life has all been about, my mentors have been the most important thing that I've ever had in my life. Amen. It helped me with the music. And there's nothing more rewarding when working with the kids. So let's figure this damn thing out.
Scott Page, sax player, Pink Floyd.
I want to thank Victor Herman. You man,
Hi, my name's John Skinner. I'm from the UK. I'm on the way over from London. And basically, I've built a business platform that helps. I'm a big advocate for collaboration and School Music Gateway. And we're all about connecting people globally. So we're a business platform, totally B2B. And just as an example, we've just done a network for the Academy of Contemporary Music in the UK, which is where Adele went to school. And I'm going to have a chat with you guys. I'm the CEO of the company. I'm going to support you guys for what you're doing. So I just wanted to say that absolutely advocate of what you're trying to do. And for me, it's about connecting people, not just locally, but on a global, international level. That's what we're doing, and we want to be part of what you're doing as well.
Thank you. I think what's really important about this is that digital makes the world a global opportunity. And so the idea that we can leverage technologies and ideas that come from the UK or other places shouldn't be lost on any of this from collaboration.
Just real quick, because it follows on his. Is this being conceived as a national and global initiative, being tried and tested here in Compton, and then offered to other schools? Great.
Absolutely. Now, this is about a model. So far, what happened for us was we met with the White House. They talked about My Brother's Keeper. We met with the mayor of Compton. The mayor of Compton said they wanted to do things. We met with the superintendent of Compton. And so we found a place that we could try to go all the way through the food chain. And now we have something that I think could really be replicated globally.
I was just wondering if you guys plan to employ students after they graduate, because a lot of students not only need jobs, but they want to work with their mentors that they really have love for. They want to continue to grow and model themselves after them. And one thing I want to do is always be able to work with my high school teachers that, you know, help me get through day to day. And so I just wanted to know how you planned on helping the students after they leave school.
So remember, the end game is apprenticeships, right? And I believe California passed a law a few years ago where apprenticeships are now paid. You can't have a free apprenticeship anymore. So the end game in terms of the concept is individuals that are participating in the program going out and working in apprenticeship programs.
I just want to add to that. One of the things that inspired this whole project when Victor and I talked and created this thing was that I am soon to become a instructor professor of a new music academy in Hollywood called Encina Academy. And it is you will receive the music academy would be like a feeder to that school, because that school will pay and take care of your tuition for 8 weeks. And this is co-founded by Babyface and Kenny G, and I'm a part of the board. And so this would act as a feeder to that academy in Hollywood, which opens its doors next month. And there will be some limited job placement there, but we're going to look at some of the students that get complete the mentoring program, getting a full scholarship. At least you can compete for a full scholarship at the Encina Academy that opens next month.
And to piggyback on what Superintendent Barlow was talking about, it's the American Apprentice Initiative from the Department of Labor that Michael Smith spoke about. And so we've been working on applying to that American Apprentice Initiative from the Department of Labor that would then provide these paid apprenticeships that companies like Revolt can offer, so that you can have the opportunity to choose a track, choose a group of mentors that you want to work with, connect it with companies and outcomes and jobs, such that you could say, hey, you know, this is something I think fits. But our goal is to provide you with as many avenues, so you can say, hey, look, I want to be behind the board, I want to shoot, I want to edit, I want to, do marketing, I want to do social media. So we want to extend it to a broad range and then hopefully match up. And that's where everybody here can be part of it. Because everybody can say, I'll go to my company and I'll find a placement for one of the kids for some apprenticeship. Paid. Because the one thing I can tell you is when we talk to kids in Compton and we sat in the classrooms, the one thing that gets attention, we sat in the classroom, you said, how many kids are interested in what we're talking about? A couple hands go up and the rest. All right, so how many kids are interested in making money when you get out of school so you can get out of your parents' house? Right? And so immediately, you're looking at, well, what are the opportunities, right? I mean, if you look at a city coming into Compton where you sit, so what's the deal? You go to McDonald's and you do whatever, you get something just to go to Target, just to get money to get in the house, and you hustle on the side, or if you can find a way to turn that into money, if there's ways that these become open, then that becomes the opportunity.
And remember, the end goal is college and career readiness. So if you're not, hopefully, several are going to head on to college, right? A large percentage will head on to college, explore careers in the industry in college, right? But if you don't, now you have the ability to explore a career in that field that may not necessarily require college, based upon the experience and background that you've gained within the academy.
Yes. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha.
Yeah, John Nash. I got a question. But first, I lived in Compton from 1976 to 1986. And I was in Nickerson Gardens, I was in Watts, and I was in South Central when my mom was sick. Not a very fun place to be at that time, as you may all know, maybe not most people know. So because of that, I feel like it was the strongest point of my life, because I was understand how our culture was robbed from us, and the government and school systems and religion, how they robbed us from like being kings, being queens, and like being part of history. And so I started a foundation called the Natural Leaders Foundation, and I started a basketball league called the Venice Basketball League, where I literally just grabbed children from Compton, South Central, and Watts, and brought them to the beach and went surfing and did yoga with them, and get them healthy options. And I think what's important is there's so many things happening right now, and I am a diplomat of my tribe, the Choctaw Yamasee tribe. I'm the children's ambassador of my tribe, so as well. So I have like I said, it's my purpose. This is my purpose, and I feel like it's very important, me growing up as a child, because we have all these adults who are trying to tell what's going to happen and how we're going to change things, but like, are they asking the children, and you asking the mothers, and you asking the community, what do you feel? And I'm just interested in more of like, how are we getting these children? To me, like you said, it's a new age. To me, it's indigo children. It's a new age where these children are indigo, and when you don't allow them to hear their voice, you take a piece of their indigo and they have to go find it. So how do we give these children a voice, like right off the bat, to go like, where's this money going? Here's this is what I want to do at my school. So I'm just interested in that for you guys, and of course collaborating and being part of Inspire. I can see it in your eyes, I can see it in your heart, I can see what's real, and I can see what's fake, and I can see that the Hollywood I've been in all my life, and I can feel you. So honored to be here, and honored for this brother to bring me.
I will always give feedback to that, because being in the classroom, and you're looking for people who are engaged students, and the first place you want to look is the classroom, the teachers. And one of the things, and one of the models that I can say that I've seen recently, dealing with foster youth, organization called I Foster. And what they do is there are a lot of kids who are in the system, they get pushed out at 18 or 19, they don't have the technology. There's a program where they buy laptops and cell phones, and to help kids, because they may go out and fill out an application, but may not even have a phone number because they move around and things like that. And so those are kind of the things that are really important, the little things, but the things that matter. And that's what hopefully we can kind of bring more to Compton, because there are a lot of kids that get pushed out that are really good kids, they just don't have those opportunities.
Well, I'll answer your question, because I assume you wanted an answer. So tomorrow, Compton Unified School District, I believe where are we going to be, at Compton High School tomorrow? Centennial High School. So the kids in Compton have said, you know what, we're tired of the food. The food tastes nasty. We want different choices. And for years and years, administration doesn't listen. They just let the kids complain. They'll show up to governing board meetings occasionally. We hate the food, give us more options. We hate the food, give us more options. And it's just a repeating cycle year after year. And most school districts don't do anything about it. Well, tomorrow we're having a taste test at Centennial. Next day we're having one at Compton High School. And the following day we're having one at Dominguez High School. But that goes back to the question that you posed. Student voice matters. And we know that it matters. And we know that students are our primary stakeholders. Bar none. Students, followed by their parents, right? Without them, we don't exist. So we listen to student voice, we listen to parent voice, and it matters. And students have been telling us for years, we want an arts and entertainment academy. We want to make our own music on campus. We want to make films on campus. We're listening to the student voice on that. That's not something that's driven by me. The academy concept is driven by me, but the arts and media concept is driven by students.